Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today we are going to be doing a review and a wear test on the brand new LOREAL Filter First foundation. This is her first luminous foundation. If you are interested in knowing my thoughts and feelings about this and seeing how it wears throughout the day, then please keep watching. Okay, so let me show you the packaging that this comes in. It's a cardboard box. It's horrible. I think this looks really cheap, and I don't usually have that much of an opinion on outer packaging usually, but I just think the font that she's used for the Filter First name just looks really cheap, really childlike, and not very high-end at all. But that's just me. I really shouldn't be that opinionated about what it looks like, should I? It's all about the product. So let's do some bump on this product. This is the LOREAL Filter First Luminous Foundation. You get 30 ml worth of product for £30 in the UK or $38 in the US. It's her first luminous finish foundation, I believe, but correct me if I'm wrong, and it gives a medium to full coverage. Comes in 12 different shades, and I've gone for the shade Fawn. This says that it blurs imperfections. It's got finely crushed pearls in here, which completely reflect the light, blurring all imperfections on the skin and also large pores. This is a weightless and breathable formula, and it's antioxidant rich, so it promotes healthier looking skin. A really important fact of this, it's cruelty-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, and vegan. So let's get some of this on the skin. Okay, so I've cleansed my face and I have already applied my serums. If you're not a regular to my channel, they're the same serums that I always use, and I will link them in the description box below. I'm also going to use the Define Buffing Brush, the 103 by ZOEVA, which is my favourite brush for applying all foundations. So I usually apply 1 to 2 pumps of foundation to my skin, so let's just see how this goes on. We already know it's going to be too dark for me, but we'll see how it looks. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still not the right shade for me, which I'm kicking myself for because it was £30 and it's going on really nicely, which means I'm going to have to spend another £30 to get some in the right shade. Oh God, I look orange. Oh, this is another example of why you should go into store and get colour tested, not buy foundations online. Okay, so I've had to do a lot more blending than I would usually do because I look like I've been tangoed. Look like I've put a little bit of fake tan on, not gonna lie. Completely the wrong shade for me. Which is such a shame because it is such a nice product. It's gone on so well, it looks so healthy on my skin. Really nice product. Took no blending whatsoever, apart from obviously I've had to do my neck because my neck was a completely different colour. Oops. But I really like it. I hope it's going to wear well during the day. I hope it's not going to go patchy because I'm going to look like a leopard. The coverage is really beautiful. I would say that this is a medium coverage. They do say it's buildable up to full coverage, but with this being completely the wrong shade for me, I'm a little bit hesitant to actually build this up today, just in case. I'll look super orange if I build this up. So I'm going to leave it just like that today. We're going to see how this goes throughout the day. I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back. Can we all just take a second to completely forget the fact that I look like an Oompa Loompa right now and talk about the positives of this foundation, because there are many, and it's not the foundation's fault that I got the shade match so wrong. So wrong. I am so orange right now. And I've got to go out with the kids shopping in a little while and be amongst people, which will be incredibly embarrassing. But anyway, just to point out, the shade range on the internet is not a true reflection of what it's like on the skin. In fact, fawn looked lighter on the internet than the actual medium shade, which was one below it, and then all the ones below that looked super pale. So I ordered fawn, and it was the wrong thing to do. So I'm gonna go and buy the correct shade of this because it's beautiful. So it looks really flattering on my skin. It's so beautiful and luminous. Seriously, seriously lightweight. So when you pump it out onto the back of your hand, it's so liquidy. If you were to move your hand, it would fall off. It would just drip. It's really, really liquidy. It blends in and sinks into the skin so beautifully, and it feels so weightless. It's just beautiful, and I really, really like it. I have set this in place because I do all my foundations, and to be quite honest, I always think the more luminous and glowy the foundation, the more it moves throughout the day, so I do like to set that in place. So I have set that in place today, and I've used my RCMA powder to do that. Hardly any, but I have set it in place. So I really, really like this foundation. It's definitely blurred all my pores out. Whether that will remain the fact throughout the day, I don't know. But I'm gonna leave it for a while. I'm gonna go out with the kids and I will check in with you a little bit later on to see how this foundation is doing. I really hope it doesn't go patchy because the shade discrepancy is really going to be very, very noticeable if this starts to separate or go patchy throughout the day. Wish me luck, everybody. I will see you all in a little bit. Welcome back to the check-in. It's now been well over 8 hours since I first applied the foundation, and it's done really, really well. I am still orange, and I am orange all over. There is no patchiness to my foundation, and that can only be a good thing in a very, very weird way. So I didn't want to check in with you after a super long amount of time because this foundation does not claim to last for a super long amount of time, and I thought it would be pretty mean of me to test out claims that it doesn't actually make. So I'm here after 8 hours checking in with you, and I hope that's okay for everybody. I think 8 hours is a reasonable amount of time for a foundation to last, and it has done pretty well. So I've had one of those days where I've had an orange face, and I have bumped into every single person that I have ever known in my entire life, and I've just wanted to just go, So I do hope that you enjoy this review. I hope that more than 5 people watch it just to make me feel better because today has been super embarrassing. But anyway, back to the foundation. The foundation is a beautiful foundation. It isn't super long lasting. It's really, really beautiful on my skin. As you can see, it's still very luminous, but not in an oily, dirty way, which some luminous foundations can actually turn into after a certain amount of time. This still looks pretty much the same as it did when I first applied the foundation. Just a little bit maybe dewier. Okay, so there is a tiny weeny bit of foundation that has rubbed off on the tip of my nose and also on the tip of my chin. And also a weeny bit of foundation has crept into one of my fine lines on my forehead. I don't think if we were in conversation you would actually notice that. I have to get really up close in the mirror for me to even notice that. So it's not a massive deal. Now, with regards to the filter capabilities of this foundation, which were amazing when I first put the foundation on my skin, that lasted around about 5 hours, which is really reasonable. But after about 5 hours, it just depleted a tiny weeny bit, meaning the pores on my cheeks seemed a little bit more evident than they were before, the lines on my forehead exactly the same, and also the skin texture in the middle of my brows just seemed a little bit more exaggerated than it was before. Not in a really bad way, but not as good as it was before. So I still think this foundation looks really nice on my skin. I think it's really flattering. It has got more dewy as the day's gone on. So for that reason, no, I would not recommend this for anybody with oily skin because I think it would be a little bit too much on the dewy side for anybody with seriously oily skin. But if you have tried this already and you have oily skin and think it looks beautiful, then please do comment in the comment section below just to let everybody in the Pampered Wolf Pack know what your thoughts and opinions are, because I don't have your type of skin, so you are the expert on your type of skin, and if this looks nice on you, then I'm sure everybody will want to know about it. So I still think this looks really nice on my skin, even though my pores are a little bit more noticeable and have been a little bit more noticeable as the hours have progressed throughout the day. And because of that, I am eager to go and buy this, spend another £30 on my true shade and not this one, because as soon as we're done, I'm going to take this off my skin because I've been orange for long enough. I really have. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to comment in the comment section below and let me know what you've thought about this review, or if you don't feel like I've covered everything and you've got any questions, do comment in the comment section below and I will try and get back to every single one of you as soon as physically possible. I will get back to you all, I promise. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, there is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook if you'd like to follow me on there as well. My Instagram is a little bit more personal, so you will get an insight into my personal life as well as the whole makeup world. So hope to see you all again soon. Bye!